you have like a crew? Like, what are you doing?
After I got my first, after I earned my first recording session, shortly after that, I found my crew and I brought them along. And it was Cold Fusion. My first serious crew was called Cold Fusion, and it was me, Jay Flash, Anti, and this dude named Bravo, and we came together and we was called Cold Fusion, and we was out there fucking just hella lyrical and on the West Coast in a gangster ass town. So people didn't want to hear that shit. Motherfuckers didn't want to hear lyrics. They didn't give a fuck about bars. They wanted to listen to motherfuckers shoot each other all day and all that other shit. And they wasn't and we was really gassing. Really gassing. So and we was compound rhyming. I made sure everybody in the crew, I taught everybody compound rhyming and shit, and was like, just follow this format and say what the fuck you want to say, but make your lyrics quality. And this is where your quality starts. It don't just rhyme cat with hat, rhyme with big black cat, switch that gat, flip that back, rhyme with each syllable, rhyme with each word, and go from there. And I started off doing that. So I was way ahead of the game at that time, but the game didn't catch up yet. So we were compound rhyming. I was teaching people compound rhyming, and through that, I actually gave birth to a lot of Stockton rap careers. Straight up.
So you're living in Stockton this whole time?
This whole time.
You like grew up? You grew up there for real?
Yeah, I've been in Stockton since I was 3 years old.
Oh shit!
I came to Stockton.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I came to Stockton when I was 3 years old. I was born in St. Paul, Minnesota, and I grew up. My grandma took me in at 3. Straight up. So I am a Vikings fan. I did keep that with me. I'm a diehard. I'm a diehard Vikings fan.
Green Bay all day, baby.
Yeah, you the ops. You
need to calm down, bro.
If I'd have known you were a Green Bay fan, I may not have came on this podcast.
Here the fuck we go, man.
I'm such a Green Bay hater. I'm not
lying. I know, but I don't hate you. I don't hate you as much as I do fucking Detroit or fucking the Bears.
Yeah.
So like you're good, bro.
Da Bears. Yeah. I don't like Detroit now because they just got good and now they think they just like otherworldly epic, and Detroit fans get on my fucking
Okay, so let's have this conversation, man. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the season, whoever is in our division,
out of our division,
fucking we want that. We want them to win.
Yeah, quiet as is kept.
So, like, to be honest with you,
yeah,
when Green Bay was done, I really was like, you know what, like, fuck yeah, man. If Detroit can fucking take this shit, fucking that would be great, you know.
Yeah,
like
as quiet as is
fucking kept. That would be for that fucking division, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
in the NFC North, once one of our teams gets sent to the basement, it's like, okay, at least one of us can make it, and we're gonna root for y'all, and at least somebody from the NFC North can go get it.
Yeah, right, man. Yeah. At least somebody that fucking y'all, like, we're all like, regardless, like, we still want our fucking team, like our fucking region,
because the media ain't got no love for us. The media is always on the teams with the biggest motherfucking cities and biggest fan bases. They will rather, the media will literally talk about the Cowboys all year, even when they get eliminated. Talk about they can have the worst record, but they'll talk about the Cowboys first. And we're like 14-0 undefeated, and then they'll like do 3 minutes on us. But then the whole show is about what does Jerry Jones think about Dak's new contract? Like, bruh, like they go on the big city teams, and like it's crazy. So yeah, the NFC North is a very special place. Very special place. We all rivals, but we all have the same struggle at the end of the day.
All right.
Well, within our city, we used to you ever seen the Warriors? The movie The Warriors?
Come on, man. I'm way older than you, bro.
We were like the Warriors, bro. We would literally start from one side of the town. Well, because I lived out north. I grew up on the north side. And my best friend, my brother, Jay Flash, he went by Anonymous. He lived on the other side of town, which was like Conway, the south side. and I was young. I didn't have a car. I would walk from the north side to the south side, and we would meet up sometimes like on different parts of town, and we would walk from one side of the Stockton to the other side of Stockton. And it was very dangerous for some fucking teenagers to be walking from one side of Stockton to the other side. But I would walk to go see my boy. And as we walked, we would run into people, and like we was a little rap group, and they would want to battle us like the Warriors. And we started gathering MCs because everybody was gangster rappers in Stockton. You
It's
know,
like all
Stockton's
like
a gangster
motherfuckers
ass
be like,
town.
"Oh, you want to rap? Yeah, I want to rap." Like
And then we would challenge them
that's
to
how I
battle.
see it. Like it's weird.
As the more and more people I would see that look like they rap and challenge them to like
How the
rap battle.
fuck you just like how is that happening though? That you just like randomly walk by somebody, be like, "You want to rap me, motherfucker?"
No,
and shit?
no, I would be somewhere like, let's say I'm at the mall. I would see somebody shopping or eating with their girl, and I would be like, "Hey, excuse me, do you rap?" And they'd be like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Okay, let's battle." And they'd be like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's battle." And then we will battle rap right then and there, just on the spot. And then we would fucking network. And then you would 80% of the times you would get gangsters that gangster rap, but 20% of the time you would get an MC. You would find an MC. You feel me? And then it was like, oh shit, who do you listen to? Who you listen to? And then you hear their bars and be like, ugh. And then you fucking network, and then you just like link up with him and shit, and just have freestyle sessions and ciphers. And while you having ciphers, like all the shit that niggas is doing now, like my boy, good friend of mine, his name is Frack. He's known to freestyle, and you give him a random word and he do that. I was doing that we was doing that at 14 and 15. We were training. That's how we would train. We would literally come together and train as MCs and be like, okay, and I will put my MCs through training exercises through battling everybody. I will find MCs, gather them up, and we would have ciphers for days, and we'd do training exercises and like fucking mental tests and obstacle courses, and I would develop dope ass MCs.
With frack.
Not Frack. I didn't meet Frack until his first battle. I was at his first battle, and I was like, that kid's something
No,
special.
did you just say that you were like doing
No,
that shit
what I
with
said
frack?
was some of the things that Frack is doing now is some of the
Yeah,
things that we grew up doing. That's why I
right.
always like Frack. That's why Frack is one of my dogs, but that's why I like about Frack is he'll be freestyling and you give him a random word. We was doing that at 14, 15. We would just have somebody spit a random word, and you just gotta use it. And you gotta keep going
Yeah,
and keep
right.
going. And if you mess up, you start over. Like it was
Right.
hell camp with me. Like I was just like, we have to battle, we have to get strong and go out into the world and battle everybody. And we would just go do that shit. And that's how I fucking grew up.
Right.
Straight just rapping, freestyling, studying the art, studying the elements of hip hop. Some of the guys that I started in my group, one of them was a breakdancer. So he was on that b-boy era hype, and one of them was a tagger. So we enjoyed the five elements of hip hop. Like one would tag as we walked, one would stop and tag, and then somebody would fucking do a little fucking bebop, a fucking breakdancing battle, and he carried
Man,
a cardboard with
so
him.
what? Like then one of the homies has got a piece of cardboard.
Yeah, cardboard. Yeah, and he would bust down, and we'll just bust down, and
Yeah,
and,
we can
and we
slide it out.
develop.
You feel me?
Yeah, yeah, straight up. And we developed a community, and we fucking showed homage to the five elements of hip hop, and that's how we fucking did it in a gangster ass town where nobody gave a fuck about lyrics. In a gangster ass town where nobody cared how good you were putting your sentences together. They just gave a fuck about, did you shoot anybody, and the politics behind it. You know, I'm from a gangster ass town, and it was respected because all of our other homies was all like gang members and they gang bang and shit, but they knew that we was the rappers and we was the MCs, and they would push for us to stay away from the gang shit because we was the ones that was gonna make it out this motherfucker type shit.
Uh-huh.
But we did get into hella fucking fights though, because gangsters don't like when you rap better than them. Gangsters don't like being embarrassed. I got into hella fucking fights. I done been jumped hella times over MCing.
I believe it.
Just over MCing. I was cooking motherfuckers early, and then they would get mad and want to fight. So it was always you would wake up in this war zone where you was either fighting, battle rapping, breakdance battling, or just like MC. So you had to be training. We would exercise. We were into martial arts. We rap, but rapping was our thing. MCing was our thing. And it was just like a fucking kung fu movie, except it was with lyrics and shit. So I grew up. That's what everybody in Stockton know me from. So that's why all the gangsters know me from either fighting with them,
man,
being the little talented kid type shit. That was my life. In Stockton.
Everybody know who the fuck you is, dog. Like, you ain't got nothing to prove about that shit.
No, I'm just saying, it's a different kind of respect for me in my community because this is where they know me from. They don't know me from watching me rap battle. They don't know me from watching me on like BET or Netflix and like that. They know me from being at the mall, challenging people, and me walking around the mall with a crowd of 30 people, and I'm beatboxing and everybody freestyling, and I'm gathering people, and then I get into a fight with somebody and then go home and then hop on the bus, disappear, and then pop back out. You know what I'm saying? They know me as this is where they know me from. So then when they finally did see me, and I finally did decide, okay, I am going to battle rap. Let me check a league out. Let me do my first rap battle. Let me go outside with the shit and be on camera doing it. They were really proud, like, oh yeah, oh, he gonna go because that's all that boy know, type shit, you know.
All right. Cheers. 1 1 1 1 1.